Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again into the meeting room. So I will start from the last week outlook. Yeah. So what we were anticipating last week and what has happened in the week. Okay. How market changed itself during the week. Yeah. So I will share the images first and we'll try to explain that images so that you guys can understand, you can recall your past data. Okay, so the purpose to share these pictures with you so that you can understand that, okay, what has happened over there, okay, and what we were anticipating and what has happened over there during the week. Okay, and the next trade setup in coming weeks is quite similar within those patterns and structures. Okay, so nothing has changed, or you can say that there is no much big difference during the week. Yeah, so trade setup for next week gonna be quite similar, like the previous one. Okay, or price still running within those patterns, the patterns we have identified during the on Sunday in Sunday meeting. Okay, so the first one, you guys remember that we were looking this move. Okay, all right, this move and this move, all right, and then this move, all right. Okay, on dollar index we were anticipating this move, short-term breakout, the trend continuation pattern to the downside, all right, and then we were anticipating this move at the top, and once we identify that pattern, we realize that price is not going to continue to the downside from this point, right? So one more up move within that pattern is very much possible, all right. And I have explained that how you guys need to trade, how you guys need to trade when when price was there at this place. Okay, so price completed that move and respecting that place and starting this move. Okay, so that was the last week idea, which we were anticipating that up move within that pattern. Okay, so you guys can see that that up move completed within that pattern. Okay, that move we were anticipating, and once price gonna hit that top, we were anticipating a reversal from that place. Okay, and that trade was for short term. Okay, that trade setup was for short term, and the medium term trade setup was this. Okay, and once price gonna come close to the previous low or near to the trend line, we're gonna look for longer term uptrend. Okay, so nothing has changed over here on dollar index. Okay, so price still running within that pattern, you guys can see that running within that pattern. Okay, and once gonna come close to this trend line, we gonna again use the same technique, okay, which we have used here at this place. We're gonna watch the price action. If price gonna give us some indication that it is not going to break through, then we will look for upside. Okay, so breakdown is very much possible, all right. Breakdown is very much possible, but for short term this trade may appear next week. Okay, but we're gonna decide once price gonna hit this place, what price action gonna give over there. All right, so then we're gonna look for trade setup. So trade setup is quite similar like this one. All right, so price was there, we were looking for this move. Now price completed that wave and forming that wave. Now we are looking price action at this place. Okay, either going to complete this medium term or going to rise again at the top. Okay, going to rise again at the top for short term. All right, so still within that pattern. Okay, so we are waiting for the price action. Once price gonna hit the trend line. Okay, so that was the idea from last week. Okay, which has completed. All right, so on USD chief we were anticipating same wave to the upside. Okay, that wave completed, respecting the top, now completing this move. Okay, so we will watch this place, either price is going to break down or not. If not, I'm going to give us some indication or some signal over there at the bottom, we will look for this move. okay, for short term to the upside, and then medium term to the downside. All right, so breakdown is very much possible. Okay, we were anticipating medium term trade to the downside. All right, so breakdown is very much possible. We only gonna decide once price gonna hit the trend line. Okay, so you guys can see over there that move, that wave completed. Now price is completing this wave. All right, so that wave completed, now completing this wave. All right, so we're gonna watch price action, either going to break through or going to rise. Okay, and if gonna rise, we will take this short-term trade to the upside and gonna watch price action here, quite similar like this. Okay, the previous one. Okay, so Euro USD played well, but changed slightly. Okay, the formation I was anticipating here at this place, I was anticipating continuation pattern. Okay, we didn't get that continuation pattern. We got sharp flag, but that flag or that wave, closed above from this impulse. All right, and we were looking for another impulse. Once this impulse invalidated, and we were looking for another impulse at the top. All right, and the whole pattern was reversal, wasn't continuation to the upside. Okay, so that is the reason those traders who are just trading based on MACD, they have got no idea what pattern is this. Okay, what pattern is this, and if that pattern not gonna complete itself, then what it can do? Okay, it just can extend its ranges, but still gonna be favorable for short. Okay, so if you are looking trades that only based on MACD, you're not gonna get the idea about these patterns, these classic patterns. Okay, so you can just buy sell based on divergence and just looking at the flag. Okay, but you haven't got the idea what patterns are there. Okay, and how these classic chart patterns work. Okay, so slightly change came over there, but that was still bearish. Okay, that pattern was still bearish to the downside. Okay, so changed itself from this point. Okay, but still it was still bearish. Okay, so I have updated the charts when price has just changed the formation. Okay, but that formation was still bearish. Okay, still this move was there. Okay, now we can see over there this chart, this pair has changed the formation. Okay, from the bottom, which means that it is very much bullish. Okay, and next week we may see move to the upside. Okay, so changed came here from this place. Okay, so changed into this pattern. All right, okay, so it is quite similar again like that, like the USD chief and Euro dollar index. Okay, so we are looking for completion of both of them at the trend line. Okay, and looking for price action over there. Okay, so this move is very much possible next week. Okay, but less likely because we can see over there the bullish momentum is very much strong over there. All right, and then this move. Okay, so this both move are very much possible. All right, so because we can see over there it is changing the formation and completing the move we were anticipating. Okay, so let me bring back that idea. Okay, Euro USD idea, so that you guys can understand what is the updated idea over there. Okay, on Euro USD. All right, so if guys you will only identify patterns based on your MACD, you will not understand the patterns which we identify based on our technique. Okay, so classic chart patterns, you're not gonna get understand those patterns. Okay, so this is the updated idea. All right, so quite similar like the USD chief and dollar index. All right, so changed formation here from this place. Right, So this is trend reversal pattern. Everyone knows about this. Yeah, this is trend reversal pattern. This is falling wedge. Okay, trend reversal pattern. So what it can do, it can continue to the upside. All right. And if not gonna continue, then we'll test the bottom again. Then this place gonna be for upside, for buy setup. Okay, for this move. Right. So we will watch price action at this place. So basically price is at the reversal point. Okay, either that reversal point is going to break or not. If price not gonna break this trend reversal point, then gonna reverse within that falling wedge again. Okay, and then gonna form a short-term trade within that pattern. Okay, and if it is going to continue to the upside, then definitely gonna give you a continuation pattern. Okay, and if gonna give you continuation pattern, of course we're gonna look for this move for next week. All right, so you got the idea. Either price is gonna go into that direction or that direction. Okay, so this is the place which is reversal phase, okay, or continuation. So either price is going to fall back again. Okay, so you will get the indication over there. Okay, you will get the signs that price is not going to continue. You will see the impulsive signs over there to the downside, bearish impulsive signs. Okay, and if price not gonna form those impulsive signs, you will see the corrective continuation pattern formation over there, which gonna give you indication that price is not going to reverse, going to continue to the upside. Okay, so currently it is on price action point. Okay, so we're gonna watch. So all these pairs, all these three pairs are at trend, price action point. All right, so these are the formations which I was anticipating on all these three pairs in last Sunday. Yeah, so completion of this move, this wave, completion of this wave, and completion of this wave. Okay, so all three pairs exactly did the same which we were anticipating in last Sunday. Okay, so completed. USD chief was bullish, dollar index was bullish, and Euro USD was bearish. Okay, so these move completed. Okay, this move completed, respecting was respecting the place for reversal. Completed the move, respecting for the place for reversal. Okay, so completed the move, although did not hit the bottom. Okay, so the bottom, if you guys remember that, I was saying that the bottom was for ideal place to look for buy without any, without any hesitations. Okay, so did not hit that bottom but changed the formation. Okay, right, so completed that move, and all and other two are also completing the move. Okay, so that is changing the formation. And the next one was New Zealand dollar and Euro USD American dollar. Okay, if you guys remember that, we were tracking this pair since very long. Okay, so reversal channel, completed that move. We were anticipating short-term trade at this place, and then medium-term trade to the upside, and then longer-term trade to the downside. Okay, so this is how you can look for short-term trade within that pattern, medium-term and longer-term trade. Okay, so that place was for longer-term trade to the downside, and this trade setup was for short-term, and that trade setup was for medium-term. Completion of this pattern. Okay, so completion of this pattern. All right, so that pattern behaved exactly what we were anticipating. Okay, so this was the short-term trade on your lower time frame, on 15-minute time frame, and that trade was for medium term on bigger time frame like 1 hour or 4 hour. Okay, and the longer term trade which we were looking for at the top, that trade set up for longer term, for 4 hour or daily time frame. Okay, so that was the daily trend continuation pattern. Okay, quite similar like this was the triangle, but this was the channel, flat channel. Okay, and there was the trade. Okay, short term, medium term, and longer term to the downside. Okay, so you guys can see that This is 4-hour time frame, okay, short term, medium term, and then we were looking for longer term trade to the downside, okay, at that place, okay, and have shown you at that time this example on a pound and CAD. Yeah, so this pair exactly did what we were anticipating. New Zealand dollar did what we were anticipating. Okay, so that pattern was already formed on a pound and CAD. Yeah, reversal channel completed that move. We were anticipating this move completion and reversal from this place to the downside. Yeah, so exactly did in the same way, okay, like this. Yeah, so pound CAD dropped aggressively from that place. Okay, so that was the trend continuation channel, okay, broken down. That trade was longer term trade to the downside. Okay, so that is the New Zealand dollar and American dollar. Okay, so that move completed, and that is the place where we were looking for this move, this wave, or this is, and this is the way we were looking for longer term. Okay, short term here, medium term here, and that trade was for longer term to the downside. All right, now we're gonna watch for the price action at over the trend line. Okay, are we gonna see trend reversal pattern at the over the trend line? Are gonna see again a continuation pattern? If we're gonna see reversal pattern, that is the direction. Okay, if we're gonna see continuation pattern, then of course we're gonna look for continuation to the downside. Okay, and that was the catch. If everyone remembers this, yeah, this trade setup was an ideal trade setup. Okay, the price was at ideal place, impulse, okay, and correction and continuation to the downside. Yeah, so we were anticipating completion of this pattern. All right, completion of this pattern. Okay, this channel, descending channel, you guys can see that. Yeah, completion of this wave. Okay, so we were anticipating breakdown of this flag. Okay, so you guys can see that broken down aggressively, formed another continuation and about to hit the reversal point. Okay, so we will watch price action at this place. I explained when I will look at the pairs for next week. Yes, so EuroCAD exactly did same what we were anticipating on EuroCAD, CAD Chief, and here on EuroCAD. Okay, so there was a breakout setup. We were tracking these wave on lower time frame. It was forming a continuation pattern. That continuation pattern did not continue, but this trend continuation pattern played extremely well, similar as similar like CAD Chief. Okay, so that pattern broken out, continuation, okay, and form another continuation pattern and broken out. Okay, now coming close to the reversal point, we will watch that reversal point either going to reverse or going to continue. Okay, so quite similar like the previous one. All right, so there wasn't a trend continuation pattern on this pair. Okay, there wasn't a trend continuation pattern on this pair. Some traders were looking for trend a breakout setup over here. Okay, so you can't look for breakout setup against this kind of impulse. Okay, so this kind of impulse means that price can form new highs. Okay, it can push, okay, and before reversing to the other direction, it can stop you out. Okay, how many times you can trade against this strong impulse? Okay, every time when you will try, you will be stopped out. Right? Okay, so there wasn't a breakout setup. So trade was that direction. Okay, this was the trade for short term to the upside, and once price gonna hit the top, that is the trade. Okay, for longer term to the downside. All right, that move completed. Okay, here that was the pattern. All right, that was the pattern. That was the pattern. All right, so that is what I was anticipating. Okay, that was what I was anticipating, completion of this move. Okay, completion of this move. That wave completed. Now we are looking for this area, this area. Okay, now we're gonna look for this area. What kind of price action we're gonna see over there? Either we're gonna see over there continuation pattern, quite similar like this, or strong impulse to the downside. Okay, either we are going to see this, are we going to see impulse to the downside? Yeah, if impulse, then longer term reversal to the downside. All right, so euro yen, I was anticipating corrective move to the upside, corrective move to the upside. Yeah, if you guys remember that, I have explained the behavior over there at the bottom when price was here at this place. Okay, I explained the behavior. Okay, price not gonna continue to the downside. Yeah, not gonna continue to the downside. There are only two behavior: either it is going to rise to the upside aggressively, or going to form a continuation pattern. Okay, if going to form a continuation pattern, we're gonna look for sell at this place to the downside. Yeah, and if going to rise, you can look for buy based on continuation pattern. Okay, so you guys can see over there price rising aggressively, forming continuation, rising aggressively, forming continuation, like coming close to this trend line. Okay, so we are not looking for continuation to the upside, we are looking for this move for next week. Okay, so that next move gonna be for medium term. Okay, medium term. So we're gonna look for price action over there at this place. We're not gonna sell early. Okay, don't sell early at your reversal point until you are confident that price is going to reverse. Okay, and if you are looking to sell based on your indications, then at least make it, you know, sure that price not gonna you know, break through. Okay, all right, that move completed, that wave completed, but broken out that pattern. Okay, the pattern I was anticipating. Okay, one more move down I was looking for, but broken out, formed the continuation pattern. This was the continuation pattern, this was another continuation pattern, and broken out, broken out. Okay, now this is the place to look for price action. Okay, it is very much possible that price gonna break through and gonna test the high again. All right, very much possible, but we will watch this area. Okay, so price was at the reversal point, Australian dollar and Japanese yen. Price was at the reversal point. We were watching for the price action, either it is going to continue or going to reverse to the upside. Yeah, so we can see over there price formed the trend continuation pattern, but broken down, did not continue. Okay, reversal was there to the upside. That move we were anticipating. Okay, we got that move. Okay, and once price came close to this previous high, we were looking for this move to the downside on lower time frame. Yeah, this move we were looking for. Okay, we got the reversal channel. The reversal channel broken down with strong impulse. We were anticipating that price gonna form continuation pattern on lower time frame, 15 minutes, and gonna continue to the downside. Yeah, impulse was so strong. Yeah, momentum was so strong. The trend continuation pattern we have seen over there was on lower degree, or for lower degree. Okay, did not went beyond this area, this zone. Okay, and started to fall. This means that impulse was very strong over there. Okay, that was the continuation pattern, very small, but that can be read on lower time frame, like 5 minutes. All right, another continuation pattern was formed over there. What price was forming another continuation pattern, but I left the market. Okay, I closed my trade over there because it is coming close to the reversal point. It can rise back again to the upside. All right, so we have seen price was rising over there from this place. Okay, that was the Australian dollar and Japanese yen. All right, so we got the changing pattern here at this place. Okay, if you guys remember that on USD yen, we were looking for this move. Okay, this move, right? We were not anticipating continuation beyond this line. We were anticipating this move. Okay, after completion of this trend continuation pattern, we were looking for reversal to the upside. Okay, and we were anticipating that if price not gonna hit the bottom, then we may see changing pattern formation. Okay, so this pattern formed. All right, let me show you. This pattern formed. Okay, quite similar like the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. Okay, or quite similar like USD, Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD quite similar like that. Okay, so completed here at the previous low, this pattern. All right, now we will look for this move. All right, this move, we can see over there some nice price action. Okay, so we can see over there channel broken down. All right, we will look for this move. So everyone knows how to look for that. Okay, so quite similar like the previous one. All right, impulse appear over there, watch for continuation lower time frame, look for sell. Okay, so Uzi Chief hit the reversal point. All right, so I was anticipating trend continuation pattern over here on lower time frame, and then continuation to the downside. Yeah, I was also anticipating one more move up. Okay, but explain that if price no gonna give you nice bullish signs over there, then gonna form a continuation. Okay, then gonna break down. Okay, so form the continuation and broken down, completed that move. Okay, so that was the continuation formation. Okay, we have seen that continuation formation and broken down to the downside. Okay, that was the continuation formation. Okay, if you guys remember that, explained by showing this example as well over there. Okay, so that was the continuation sign. Now we are at the reversal point. Exactly. Okay, so channel can continue with the previous trend or can break through. Okay, if break through, quite similar like this. All right, so that was also a channel. Price was testing this channel trend line. Okay, perform the continuation pattern, broken down. Again, we need to watch for the continuation pattern over there for continuation. If not gonna continue, if we don't see continuation pattern over there, what we will see this move, this impulse. Okay, this kind of impulse, and that impulse can come up to the top again. Very simple. No need to be confused over there. One thing is confirmed, and that is price is at your reversal point. Okay, either it can reverse from that point or can continue. Okay, and if it is going to reverse, what you guys need to look for, you need to look for impulse, either it is bullish or bearish. Okay, if your pattern is bullish, you need to look for bullish impulse. Okay, if bullish impulse appear over there, that is the direction. If bullish impulse do not appear over there, continuation pattern start to form, that continuation pattern is giving you an indication that it is not going to continue into that direction, it is going to continue into that direction. So it is very simple. Okay, so two things are over there. Every time you will see these two things, either impulse, either continuation pattern. Okay, so depends on you how you read those formations. Okay, how you read those formations. Do you read those formations early or after they formed and gone? Okay, and if you read them late, then you may have some problem with your risk reward ratio. Okay, so the question is here, which way you need to look for. Okay, which way you need to look for trade setup. Either you should buy or you should sell. Okay, and what are the probabilities if you will look for buy and sell? Okay, so if you will buy, risk gonna be very much high because we are at the top. Okay, and price can reverse to the downside at any time. All right, and your risk reward ratio not gonna be good enough. Okay, and price is already at top. Okay, if price start to rise, you only gonna get this much. Okay, and if price start to fall, you can get this much. Okay, because price has came from this point, all right? So already at the top, according to the bigger weekly time frame. Okay, so if you will stay into this direction rather than into that direction, you can get that much for short term. Okay, but the risk gonna be high. Okay, it can fall at any time. Risk gonna be high. All right, so try to sell whenever price come close to the top. All right, so that move completed, that wave completed. All right, next we're forming a channel. All right, so we were anticipating that price gonna come close to this point correctively and then gonna give us some indication at this place, and we're gonna look for medium term to the upside. All right, so we can see over there breakdown is very much strong, impulsive breakdown. Okay, impulsive breakdown. So the technique we're gonna apply here is quite similar like I have shown you on euro yen. Okay, if price is gonna rise aggressively, we will look for medium term to the upside. Okay, we can see price is running over here, we will look for this move. Okay, and if we will see that it is going to form a continuation pattern quite similar like New Zealand dollar and USD, that is the direction. Okay, so we can see over there that move completed, that wave completed and broken down, but showing some sign under this pattern. Okay, what we can see over there, either price is going to go to the top or going to form a continuation pattern. Okay, so for short term we are looking this move. Okay, this move for medium term we're going to look for buy for medium term up to this point. All right, and if price will not give us that move and gonna give us this continuation formation under this pattern, then we will look for this move. Okay, so short term, a short term upside is possible on this pair. Okay, short term is very much possible. So gold completed that move. All right, so we're anticipating gold gonna complete this move and gonna give us some nice price section over there. So it is giving us price section over there, but little bit running outside the trend line. Okay, and the move we can see over there is quite similar like the previous one. I'll explain that. Okay, once I will look at the gold. Okay, so that move completed. All right, we can see nice impulse over there. It can rise again to the top quite similar like this. So short term this, okay, and longer term to the downside. All right, so New Zealand chief. All right, so this is the move guys which I was saying to you gonna appear over there. All right, this kind of move, this kind of move, this kind of move. All right, so we have seen this kind of move over here. All right, and that trade wasn't based on 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour or 4 hours. Okay, that trade was based on days. Okay, that trade was based on days. Okay, or even based on weeks. Okay, I think that trade has taken two weeks. All right, so the first trade setup I posted here at this place, and the second one here. Okay, and that is the trade, couple of days or a couple of weeks. Okay, so completed. Now the direction is this. We are watching price action quite similar like the previous one. Okay, if New Zealand dollar gonna start to rise, of course we will see rise here too. Okay, so these were the trade setup which we have discussed in last Sunday meeting. So let's move on to the next week. All right, so Australian dollar I have explained. All right, so either price gonna give you a continuation pattern formation and move to the downside, right, are going to rise. Okay, so the place is to pay attention here over there. Okay, the price action I can see over there at current price is not giving me any indication that price is gonna continue to the downside. Yeah, I can see over there it can rise back to the top again. Okay, it can rise back to the top again. So let's wait for the price to clear itself. Okay, the formation clear itself. Okay, so I hope we're gonna see that formation within 1 or 2 days, Monday or Tuesday. Okay, and that formation gonna make it much clear that it is going to rise back to the top again. All right. So maybe I'm more interested for medium term to the upside rather than to the downside. Okay, so let's see. So medium term upside is very much possible. All right, and for longer run, we can see over there that is the wave. Okay, that is the trade setup for longer run. Okay, so we are watching for price action at the top, Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, okay, for reversal to the downside. So remember, currently it is running outside. All right, currently running outside. All right, so be careful. Okay, it can continue to the upside. All right, so be careful. We are looking for this move. Okay, so we are looking for this move. We can see pattern completed itself, hitting the top. Okay, hitting the top, ideal reversal place for the ascending broadening wedge. Okay, this is the direction. We're gonna watch price action here at this place, either going to continue to the upside or not. New Zealand dollar isn't ready into any direction. As I have explained to you, we need to watch for the reversal pattern at this place. Okay, that kind of reversal pattern, that kind of reversal pattern, that kind of reversal pattern. If emerge over there, we will look for buy in that direction. Okay, we will look for buy. Okay, currently we can see over there some nice price action on lower time frame. Okay, we can see over there nice price action is appearing over there, but that price action hasn't formed any pattern yet. Okay, so bears are still over there. That pattern isn't showing any continuation to the downside or reversal to the upside. All right, so we can see over there on gold, okay, running outside, but that move is very much possible. Okay, quite similar like this. Okay, so corrective move down. So that is the next short-term wave to the upside. And once price gonna hit the top, we will look for aggressive move to the downside. Aggressive means impulsive move. Only impulsive move gonna set the direction to the downside. All right. Okay, so on lower time frame, that was what I was saying on Friday meeting. Okay, so you need to watch for this kind of price action here at this place. Okay, this kind of price action here. You have seen that. Okay, now again wait for the continuation pattern. Again wait for the continuation pattern. That continuation pattern did not break to the upside. So watch that continuation pattern. That is the trade for next week. All right, and invalidation point of this trade setup is just previous low. GB Chief, EuroCAD. GB Chief isn't ready for that. I have explained that pair on that day. Yeah, so short on GB Chief. Okay, so we are going to watch price action at this place. Okay, either going to continue or what, right? That is the move for next week. Okay, so it seems to me that price gonna stay somewhere here for next week. No gonna break through or something like that. Yeah, although there are some news events in coming weeks, but let's see what kind of price action we're gonna see over there. Okay, but currently I'm anticipating still price gonna remain within this pattern for a couple of more days or a couple of more weeks, you can say that. Okay, so gonna watch price action here, either going to continue or what. So more bearish rather than bullish. Seems to me that it is going to complete the wave. Yeah, this wave. CAD Chief quite similar like EuroCAD. Okay, we are at the reversal point. Okay, that is the reversal point. We are looking for this move. Okay, all right. So we're gonna watch price action, either going to form a continuation pattern or reversal pattern. That is the place to look for a reversal. CAD yen, that is the move I'm looking for. Okay, so you guys can see that continuation pattern forming on lower time frame, yeah, and breakout of this move, completion of this move. Okay, you guys can see that continuation pattern formed, breakout, continuation pattern formed, or corrective wave, you can say that, broken out with impulsive move. Okay, corrective, impulsive, corrective wave again, and that is the impulsive start and continuation. Okay, that is the trade setup for next week. Okay, let me show you on lower time frame. Alright, so let's draw a trend line, something like this. Identify the flat channel. Okay, and that flat channel is going to complete at the bottom. Right, that is the corrective move. Alright, and we are looking for continuation into that direction, impulse, and price is starting to form your ABC flat channel. Okay, you can say that ABC and continuation for this up wave. Okay, or you can say that 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 1 ABC and third wave we're anticipating to the upside. Alright, so Euro USD, explained that at the start. Alright, so changing the formation, okay, from the bottom. MACD indicator, MACD traders only go into that direction where their MACD gonna tell them, yeah. So they have they haven't got idea how classic chart patterns move. Okay, that is the formation for next week. Okay, quite similar like USD chief, dollar index. Okay, that is the price action place, either going to continue. If going to continue, of course you will see the continuation formation. Okay, that is how price move. You will see the continuation formation over there. Okay, that continuation pattern formation to the upside. Okay, and if price don't want to continue to the upside, then you will see this impulse. Okay, this kind of price action for downside. And USD chief is quite similar like that. All right, going to complete the move at the this place. Okay, so that was the idea which I posted on USD chief. All right, so it was hitting the reversal point. Okay, and started to reverse from that place. Okay, so that is the place we need to pay some attention, either going to reverse back to the upside or going to continue to the downside. Yeah, that is the place. All right, so quite similar like the previous one. Okay, that is the pattern. So wave is in halfway. Okay, so it is very much possible that price gonna break through this time. Okay, this time. All right, so we were anticipating aggressive move to the upside. We didn't got that. We got that this corrective move. Okay, and pattern is quite similar like the previous one. Okay, and the direction of the price is this. Euro yen, that is the trade for next week. Okay, we will pay attention at this place. Remember, we are looking for short on USD yen. All right, so we will pay attention. This is the wave we're gonna look for. So potential is very much good over there. So no trade setup is over there on Australian dollar and yen. Chief yen, New Zealand yen, only USD yen. Okay, only there is setup we are looking for on USD yen. Okay, we can see over there that is the formation. Okay, that is the pattern formation which have changed itself last week from this place. All right, from previous low. That is the trade setup we're gonna look for next week within this pattern. Okay, so we can see already some signs over there. Okay, some nice price action signs over there at the top, or you can say that impulse is appearing over there. All right, that is the impulse. Okay, so we need a continuation pattern and continuation to the downside. Very simple. That pattern completed itself, yeah, formed reversal channel, broken down with impulse. All right, now we're gonna look for continuation to the downside up to the previous low. Uzi Chief is at the reversal point. Okay, if we will see that price not gonna break through, we will look for upside for short term. Okay, but potential gonna be limited over there. All right, and if price start to form another pattern quite similar like this, then direction is this. Okay, we will look for risk taking entry. So that is the place for pay some attention. USD CAD. All right, so USD CAD is going to complete the move which we were anticipating since very long. Okay, we were looking for this wave. Okay, so we can see it is coming close to the top. Okay, so we will watch price action at this place for reversal to the downside. All right, completion of this pattern. Okay, so it is very simple. Yeah, so flat channel, we're gonna pay some attention at this place. So let's wait for the price to hit that place, then we're gonna look for short. And if price started to form a trend reversal pattern before that, do not hit that place, we will look for, okay, for short before that place. For example, we can see over there price is losing momentum, forming a trend reversal pattern. Okay, so let's wait for this impulse to complete itself and give you a trend continuation pattern quite similar like USDN, and that is the trade. All right, in this formation we're not gonna wait for the price to come close to this trend line. And Euro Australian dollar is quite similar like Uzi Chief. All right, and New Zealand Chief is coming close to the lower trend line. The trade setup we're gonna look for is this. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to wait and need to see what kind of formation we're gonna see over there. Okay, if you guys remember that we have seen over there reversal channel. Okay, let me bring back that to you. All right, the reversal channel. Okay, so if you go back to the previous videos, you will find that. Right, so we were looking for completion of this channel at this place. Okay, and then continuation to the upside. All right, so we need to look for that formation here at this place. Okay, so currently there is nothing for upside. If you will buy from current price, you will end up with losing trade. So let's wait for the price to come close to the trend line. Gonna give you a formation, and that formation is going to give you an indication to the upside. All right, so currently nothing is there. Okay, so this pair needs more time, so maybe the next whole week to complete that formation, that pattern, that reversal pattern. It is very much possible. Okay, not gonna reverse very soon, so this trade setup to the upside may take some time. All right, so you can see over there this wave completed within couple of weeks, okay, within couple of weeks. Okay, so it can take, whenever price coming close to the top, it is falling aggressively, okay, falling aggressively, so taking less time as with compared to the upside. All right, so pound Australian dollar is doing nothing, pound CAD doing nothing, pound New Zealand dollar is showing price action at the place I was anticipating. All right, so look for a short-term sell within this channel. All right, so New Zealand dollar is already weak. Okay, and I'm anticipating that in next couple of weeks, New Zealand dollar gonna get stronger. Okay, New Zealand dollar gonna get stronger. It can push price again back into this channel. Okay, so that is the trade I'm looking for. Alright, so it's not easy for price to break through. If you are looking continuation based on this pattern, impulse continuation, looking breakout based on this continuation pattern, it's not easy for price to break through, okay, because it is testing the longer term trend line, or you can say that longer term channel. Okay, so it's not easy for price to break through this channel. Okay, I'm anticipating one more move to the downside and then complete reversal to the upside. All right, so you guys know that for reversal this channel breaks to the breaks to the upside with strong impulse. Okay, so that is not a way to break to the upside. Okay, that pattern break aggressively with strong impulse from the bottom. Okay, from the bottom aggressively like this. Okay, so that is not the place. Okay, or that is not that is not the way to break through to the upside. All right, so I'm looking for this move, still anticipating for this move. Okay, but this wave can take couple of, you can say that couple of weeks or even couple of months, 1 or 2 months. So no gonna you're not gonna get this in next week. Okay, so maybe you're gonna get short-term trade within the channel next week. Okay, next week this trade. So up to this previous low, that is very much possible. Okay, that trade is very much possible. Price gonna retest this quite similar like this. Okay, again quite similar like this. All right, so short-term trade is possible within this channel for next week. Okay, but for completion of that reversal channel for longer run will take some time. Okay, so we'll pay some attention on this pair as well next week. Okay, so let's wait for the price to come close to the let me draw there. All right, then we're gonna look for extension. Yeah, let me draw the extension. All right, so let's wait for the price to come close to the 38 or 23 area, then we're gonna look for short on this pair. Okay, so why we will look for short on this pair only once price gonna form a pullback, because it is showing very strong price action on bigger time frame. If you will look at that, you will understand what's going on over there on weekly time frame. Okay, so look at this. Yeah, very strong price action is going over there. Okay, so let's wait for the price to come close to the 50% of this pin, then we're gonna look for this move. All right, so like a trend continuation pattern, if trend continuation pattern appear over there, we will look for sell. So potential is there like this. Yeah, I will update about that. All right, so USD Mexicano completing the move which I was anticipating, because previously broken down the pattern. Okay, we were looking for expanding triangle from this place. Okay, we were looking for this expanding triangle. Okay, I was anticipating that price gonna hold this area and then gonna continue to the upside. Okay, and gonna form this impulse and expanding triangle. Okay, we can see that price broken down. Okay, broken down this place and was forming a continuation pattern over there and breaking to the downside. So this is the place we're gonna pay attention for up move. Okay, so short-term trade gone. Okay, so short-term trade was there. Once price broken down, I shared that, I updated that chart. Okay, so that was the trade setup. We can see over there price broken down. Okay, break below will change the pattern. That was the pattern which I was anticipating. Broken down. Okay, once broken down, I was anticipating short-term more downside to the downside. Yeah, broken down with strong impulse and form the continuation pattern and continue to the downside. So we will pay attention at the lower trend line again. Okay, so that was the idea. Watch for the continuation and watch for the short-term trade. Okay, that short-term trade is over, gone. Okay, now we need to pay attention at this place, or those guys who use Fibonacci retracement, they can pay some attention on this area. All right. So once price gonna rise, okay, this pair, you are talking about this pair. Yeah, you will see that price didn't do anything over there, just formed couple of bullish candles. Yeah, formed a couple of bullish candles, but broken down with very strong candles. Okay, so that was the lower time frame. You can see over there formed some nice impulses, and then you can see over there that is the that is the indication that it is not going to continue. It is going to break through to the downside. Okay, that was the price action, which was very strong over there. Okay, and someone asked me to the into the group that what they can do, and I asked them look for continuation at lower time frame and look for sell rather than to the upside. Okay, because it has changed the formation. Okay, and there is no reason to look for upside. Okay, continuation, and bigger continuation. Okay, and another continuation. Okay, and if again it price start to form another continuation, something like this, then you have short-term trade up to this place. Yeah, enough for today, guys. Enough for today. Any question? Any question, guys, so far? Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. Okay, so remember, I have shown you the last week trade setup, okay, which we have discussed in last Sunday. All right, so the trade setup I have shown you during this meeting, you will see price gonna move according to these patterns and these structures. Okay, during the next week. Okay, so the places I have shown you, you guys need to pay attention over the, on those places. Okay, you need to read the price section. Okay, you need to understand the impulse, you need to understand the correction at your reversal point. All right, so yeah, look for price action on lower time frame. Exactly. Okay, so if I will look at these trade setup in next Sunday, you will realize that price gonna move throughout the week according to the trade setup which I have shown you. Okay guys, so pay attention on the places which I have shared with you for trade setup for short term and medium term and longer term. Okay, so enough for tonight. Thank you very much for being with me, guys.